Network right here with professionals, just as I mentioned, who deal with REO packages. That's what Kevin did. He took my system. He listened. He watched. He digested. He thought outside the box. And then he noticed that there was an REO package. He created a relationship. That REO package came over, and he realized there was a commercial 10-unit apartment complex inside of that REO package that nobody else was pursuing because everybody was too busy looking for all the low-hanging fruit deals in residential. And then here's number 10. Have your bird dogs check websites frequently. And when we check websites frequently, that's really, really powerful because these websites that are out there, we talk about LoopNet. I've compiled well over 130 websites. And these websites are, as I mentioned, are not mom and pop, but these are the low-hanging fruit sites that you'd find these deals. They're advertised, and a lot of them even have telephone numbers and address where you can go ahead and contact or send a direct mail campaign. So I'll give you a moment to take the rest of this information down here. Again, number 1 through 10, all these ways are great ways to move forward and get these deals through the pipeline. Okay? Now, I want to mention this here because these phone scripts are really powerful, and what we're going to do is we're going to walk through this. Phone scripts are great, and the reason why I like phone scripts is, of course, we have different types of scripts. We have certain scripts for brokers, and then we also have other scripts when we're calling on deals. So here's a script. Anybody want to role play? Anybody new? No? You want me to role play? I'll role play with myself. Yeah? You want to come up? All right, come on up. What's your first name? John. Let's give John a round of applause, guys. Woo! Come on up, John. Cool. How you doing? All right. Good. All right. So let's go stand right over here. All right. So you're going to go ahead and give a call. Face the audience. Let's stand like right here. Yeah, stand back here, and that way you can read it with me right there. Okay, good. So here's the phone script. So when we're calling, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to make a call out to an owner or a broker. And the first thing is they're going to say, hello, such and such, or hello, this is John. First thing we're going to say is the first line.
Yes. Do you have a property for sale?
All right. Chances are the person is going to say, yeah. Well, that's a no-brainer, but that's why we're calling. We want to make sure the property is still for sale. Because if they say no, that property's already sold, what did you just do? You just cut yourself a whole line of stuff that's a waste of time. You saved your time. We're moving forward. Okay, so next line.
Oh, okay, great. This is John speaking.
Yeah, this is John speaking. What is your name?
What is your name?
Okay, my name's Terry. Go ahead.
Are you an agent or the owner?
All right. Why would we ask, are you the agent or the owner? We want to know exactly who we're talking to. By the way, owners are the decision makers, but brokers are also decision makers. Okay, go to the next one.
Just so you know,
Terry,
I'm not an agent or broker. I'm an investor looking to buy property.
Okay, that one line right there, guys, separates the pros from the Joes. Commercial real estate agents and residential agents both make their money on what? Commission, 3 to 6%. Now, what happens when somebody else calls, and if John happened to be a broker representing me, right then and there, that broker understands that John's calling and they're taking food off of their plate. You get it? That means they're going to have to split their commission. So by John disclosing that he's an investor buying property or the principal investor buying property and that he's not a broker, that puts that broker at ease knowing that we're not trying to share in that broker's commission. You follow? Very important. Okay, next one.
In case we get disconnected, what's the best number to reach you back at?
Right. And a lot of times what we want to do is we want to be able to get every number that they possibly have. They say, you can reach me on the same one, or let me give you my direct line. I hear that all the time. Let me give you my cell phone. Well, why do you think we need multiple numbers? Hello? Hello? Okay, next.
What type of property is it?
Okay, so we want to get more on the property. We want to engage in a conversation to get them to go ahead and give us some information. Next question.
What's the address and location of the property?
And sometimes they'll say, well, the listing is right on LoopNet. You can go there. I continue to ask them the questions because what I'm doing is I'm creating rapport.
How much are you asking for the property?
Okay. And then they'll go ahead and tell you how much they're asking. Well, the asking price is such and such, and now they're willing to come down to such and such. So a lot of times you'll see if the price listed on LoopNet maybe is 3.9, you'll see when you ask this question, and if you're direct, then right away the price won't be 3.9. It'll be more like 2.9, or it'll be even less. A lot of times it doesn't match the price. So by just asking, you're putting them in the hot seat saying, hey, I'm somebody that's willing to pursue this property. What are you asking for it? Especially if they know that you've already been on LoopNet, you're asking, is that the real price? Okay.
Okay, Terry, how did you arrive at the asking price?
How did you arrive at that asking price? Regardless if you have the broker or seller on the phone, how did you arrive at that asking price? Okay.
Do you have a current appraisal on the property?
That's really important if they have a current appraisal, because then they justify the asking price, justify what they want for the property by having that appraisal. Okay, next one.
Why are you selling?
That's a great question. That question, asking them why they're selling, tells us right away what's the reasons behind it. Okay, was it an inheritance property that they want to get rid of? Was there death in the family? What's the deal here? Right, feuding partners. What's going on? All right.
Are there any repairs needed?
All right. Next follow-up phrase.
If yes, how much? How much
are the costs? Yeah. Are there any repairs needed? Well, how much are the costs? All right.
Is the property currently listed? If yes, how long, and get the agent's name and telephone number.
Right. So in other words, what we want to find out right there by that phrase is the property listed? Oh, okay. Then the good follow-up question to that would be, are you the listing agent or are you a co-broker? Which is really powerful. And if it is going to be them as a co-broker, what you want to do is share with them that you need to get the seller on the phone and ask them if it's okay if you can get the agent, the direct agent's number. And you know what, if they have a relationship with this person, they will go ahead and let you have it. So next question.
Okay, how many apartments are there?
Yeah, this is for a phone script for apartments, so they'll go ahead and tell you. How many occupied?
Great. How many are occupied?
Right. Then the next question, what's the current annual income?
What's the current annual income?
Next.
Okay, and what are the annual expenses?
And the next one.
What's the current net operating income?
These three questions right here are going to be able to tell you if it's a deal or dud, because what we're asking for is the annual income, how much is the income, how much is the expenses, and then what's the current net operating income, which is the NOI. And they'll tell you all these numbers, and it's very easy to be able to determine if it's going to be a deal from that point. All right?
What's the total square footage?